Hey everybody, I have a box with a guitar in it, and it's got Fender written on the front, and on the top somewhere, it's a DuoSonic. Now the DuoSonic is new in the Fender series, or at least this colour is, and I'm told that this series and this colour is very super special. So, let's unbox it and find out what's inside, and then play it a little bit and take it apart and see what makes the DuoSonic tick. And then, wow, very neatly packed is the guitar itself. Any goodies? No goodies. Okay, so the DuoSonic is one of those Mustang-y Music Master guitars, sort of Bronco-y kind of student edition guitars, released in 1956, I believe. This one is released in 2020. And there's the very glossy headstock. That's much more glossy than I was expecting. Pretty excited. Okay, come on out. Come on, baby. I'm always always ripping the bags on these, so I'm really going to try not to rip the bag. And try not to look at it inside the bag. Oh, come on! Here it comes, here it comes. Oh yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Look at that. So we've got an anodized gold pickguard on this sandy blonde kind of colour. Unit pack. Do not eat. Do not eat. It's good advice. Got a bit of the old Fender Play thing on there. Take that off. Yeah, start your trial. I already have. And there's our little hang tag. So it was inspected by Scribble and assembled by, I think that says Yuri. Yuri and Alex. Okay, if your name's Yuri and Alex and you work at Fender, thanks for putting this DuoSonic together for me. The first thing you might notice is it's very small, and that neck is actually nice and hefty. Like, it's not a big neck, it's not a thick neck, but my goodness, I was expecting some thin piece, but that is nice. Nice. I keep saying nice. We've got something that, like, the last thing I unboxed that was something similar to this is the Squier Mustang HH, which is coming in around 130 bucks, maybe a bit more these days. This one is a Mexican Fender, so in my head I was expecting something Squier-y, so opening this is an absolute joy. Oh, that switch! Oh, that's a bit loose. We have it's a bit wobbly. Oh dear. I may have broken the switch. Oh no, come on, Fender. I haven't broken the switch. The switch is broken. Or is it? I think it is. Ah, oh, come on, Fender. No, don't ruin this for me. Okay, I'm going to ignore the switch for a moment to calm down because I'm pretty disappointed in that. We have some knurled chrome knobs, a jack socket. We've got some Fender branded saddles, two single coil covered pickups, and a really teeny tiny body which looks a bit like a Mustang but has several differences which I will cover. Then we've got the 24 scale neck, which is short scale. Then we've got the small Fender headstock, as opposed to the large Fender headstock, which is on the Mustang. Then we've got some Fender branded tuners. Shall we put that camera on and have a quick look up there? I'm going to have to open that up and check that switch. There is our DuoSonic. It is desert sand, As I've said, gold anodized, massive big Fender online free lessons. The Fender are really pushing this at the moment. And if you haven't tried them, try them. They're actually really, really good. And the Fender Player community is brilliant. There's a group on Facebook which is one of the nicest groups I've ever been a part of on Facebook. I kind of just loiter there, but I do learn, and it's so cool to see so many people embarking on their guitar journey, and Fender Play has facilitated that. So I'm guessing it's not set up very well in the intonation. I could be wrong, but that looks to me not how it should look. Not far off. We've got a string through body, so there are little ferrules at the back. They are nice and straight. Let's check. Oh, where's my camera? There. So that is nice and straight. They are where they should be. We've got a Fender branded neck plate. We've got a lovely maple neck. That's more in line with, certainly in line with the Fender Strats, the Player Series Strats, rather than a Squier. I don't know why I keep expecting this to be like a Squier. I think it's because I have the Squier, and also this is a student-y style guitar, historically speaking. Look how shiny those frets are. These are the shiniest frets I've ever seen on a guitar that I've unboxed. The fretwork is phenomenal. Hang on, there. So shiny, my camera cannot pick up how shiny they are. And then equally shiny is the headstock and the tuners. That is a pretty looking guitar. They've put a lot of effort into making this look pretty. Quite a thin body compared to, say, a Strat. So we'll very thin compared to a Tele. Hello, Telecaster. So if I do that, does that work on that camera? Yes, it does. Look at that. So considerably thinner than a Telecaster. And again, it's because it's aimed at the student market. But you get some funky sort of indie vibes from this. You know, that are like, as a massive Nirvana fan, this is in that family of Mustangs, Music Masters, and DuoSonics. I'd actually forgotten that the DuoSonic doesn't have a trem system. So that makes me super happy, because on this, I think that the trem systems are not always great on the Mustang. I will tune it up, and I will plug it in, and we should play it. Okay. Incidentally, if you want some guitar unboxing tips and tuning stuff, because they've been in boxes and not set up, what I like to do is tune them above the note, so take the E to an F, and then pull the string out a little bit, so we're pulling it out in that direction, and waggle it around, and then it'll sort of settle. Alrighty, so I'm in tune. I'm going to plug it into this, the Colt. It's my amp du jour, and we're going to see what happens. I'm going to have to take a look at that switch. So we're going to plug it in, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I have to look at this switch, and I think it just needs a bit of adjusting. So I'll go into it. Okay, it's obviously it's like a car that won't stay in gear. It needs a little bit of play work. Hopefully the switch is not broken. I think what needs to happen is it's too tight. It's too tight in there, so I need to adjust the height of the switch, which means hopefully I don't need to send it back, because that would be calamitous. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. You might have noticed that I've switched this to the Bullet Mustang, so we can have a little look at that in a moment. I'm running to the Colt, which is a Plexi-style amp, into the orange PPC 212V, which is creambacks, miking it up with a good old Sennheiser 906. Here we go. So tuning might not quite be there yet. That is a good short scale Fender experience. Okay, tuning's not quite there. Let's tune this beast. Okay, so the G's out of intonation. Intonation needs work, as to be expected. So it's come set up pretty well. I mean, the action's not bad at all. I'd like that lower just a little smidge. So it's acceptable. Maybe a little cheeky shim in the old neck pocket there would sort that out. Let's try this switch to see if it works. So I've never played an actual 1956 DuoSonic, but it feels good, man. It feels real good. One thing I've noticed is absolutely like different straight off, so it's not exactly authentic. It's a modern interpretation. We've got a 6-saddle bridge, and on the original, it's more like the Tele 3-saddle bridge. So that's instantly better because you can intonate the flipping thing. We've got a synthetic bone nut. We've got medium jumbo to jumbo frets, which I think are awesome. As I've said, they're super shiny. That is some of the shiniest frets, absolutely the shiniest frets I've ever seen on a guitar out of a box. And that just looks insanely good. Desert sand, anodized gold, and an alder body with a maple neck and maple fretboard. That's a one-piece neck, so there's no glued-on fretboard. Let's take that off there for a second. So there's no fret buzz or anything. This is super. How many times can I say super in one video? It's super nice to play. We've got a C neck. And that's not modern C, that's not the slim, thin one. That is a C, which is a little bit thicker. And something more suitable for my hands. There is actually a running joke on some of my videos where people are asking me why I'm always playing 3/4 size guitars, and it's because I'm a rather tall chap. And now this must look like super mini. So if I put it there and play it there, does it look normal size? Anyway, that's how it looks on a guy who's almost 2 meters tall. The switch is still jumping in and out of there. So before I do some more sound samples, I'm going to open that up and we'll take a look inside quickly and see if I can fix this switch. I've just remembered that I lent my screwdrivers to my girlfriend last night and she has not returned them. So we shall be using my backup screwdriver, screwdriver number 2. Nothing wrong with screwdriver number 2, it's just not quite as good as screwdriver number 1. Should have lent her number 2. I mean, that's the obvious solution, isn't it? It really doesn't want to come out of there. Okay, here we go. There, so. Oh, that's a surprise, rather big. Is that a CTS pot? Or is it an Alpha? What I can say is it's a big one, and I was expecting a little one. That seems like a good job. I mean, it could be tidier, but really from a Mexican Fender, that's exactly what I would expect. We've got in here, what's that in there? It's a little chip in there. Can you see that? Like a little barcode. Anyway, onto the switch. So, I'm going to have to take the switch off. The problem is, can I show on this camera? Yes. That it pops out. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. So, what's happening here? Something's just fallen into my hand. It's a small piece of metal. Like a little... Oh, can you see that? How good is the zoom on this? Whoa! There it is. That little piece just here. Oh, I'm pointing on the camera there. That one there, look. That's just come off. It looks like a little, what are they called? I can't remember what those things are called. But it's just come off anyway. Ah, the switch is broken. Okay, so that's the thing that should be keeping that switch in there. Oh dear, Fender. Okay. Fender, your switch is broken. The DuoSonic has a broken switch. That's a damn shame. Now, some of you might wonder, why am I still airing this video? Why am I going to risk upsetting Fender? And the truth is because this is a proper video, and I want to show you what it's like to actually receive a guitar. So Fender did send this to me, and they don't pre-check the guitars, which I guess is great. You know, it's great that Fender actually send me something that you guys would get. So they're not cherry picking them. They're not only picking the good ones and sending me something that is flawless, because what kind of review would that be? However, it does mean that I'm going to have to have a quick call with Fender, and they're going to have to send me either a switch, I'd be happy with a switch, or replace the guitar. And I don't really want to replace the guitar. I've bonded this with this one. Damn. And that is just a standard switch with a rather fancy, I'm not sure if it's metal, but it's a metallic looking switch tip. I even have some switches. Oopsie. Okay, so bearing in mind that this guitar doesn't have a working switch, I'm going to end this video here. And I don't think I've wasted your time, because we found out that not all Fenders are perfect, and that would also explain that piece coming off. That's why the why this washer wouldn't come off simply. So there's my first impressions and first unboxing experience with the new Fender DuoSonic. Yes, it's beautiful. Yes, it has quality parts in it. But sadly on this one, the switch is broken. And I'm going to have to call Fender. I'll call Fender and have a word with them and say, hey, you guys owe me a switch. So don't let that put you off generally. I mean, if you're buying a guitar online or buying a guitar... Ow. Buying a guitar, metal splinter. Bleeding. If you're buying a guitar online or from a shop, then if you're buying it from a shop, the shop will fix it for you there and then, or just not give you that guitar. If you're buying it online, then you can simply return it. There is a piece of this guitar in my thumb, so I'm going to go and fix that. And as you've made it this far in the video, you're actually a member of the end of the video club. So let me know that you are a member of this video club by saying, I've got blisters on my fingers. Put that in the comments section, right? Whatever you want, plus the phrase. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Write whatever you want in the comments section. Don't be too judgmental of this guitar, because as it's a lower priced Mexican Fender, then it will have less quality control. Write in the comments, ow, I've got a splinter in my finger. No, that's not right either. Hang on. Write something about the fact that I have a piece of this guitar in me. All right. There's other videos here. Go and watch those. And one of them might actually be the update to this video. Have fun. Bye. Really hurt.